things to come. He doesn't have any of those sacks. Bottom lane, Mag is actually committing misery. He caught him with the leap arrow and falls out with a Star Storm. Throws his whole entire mana pool to be able to get the kill on Mag, but Team Secret take the early lead with first blood.
That's so massive for the end of the 1v1 matchup for Misery to actually win it. That's going to set him back on the Clockwork so much. He doesn't even have boots yet. He's going to grab boots, but still only at 700 gold. Actually grabs the bottle, and going for that all-in commitment is pretty massive because this allows Misery to just kind of snowball off of this lane, and if he decides to go for ganks at some point, it's okay for him.
They're gonna pop Highlight Die. Looks like he managed to get off the Frostbite, and Solo may go down instead, but the change actually controls the Crystal Main enough for them to be able to get that kill. Nice play by the Dazzle. The early pickup of the TP scroll, perhaps a little bit unexpected for Team Secret. He simply shallow graves himself and TP's out. So Pasha will now take over that safe lane, start farming up. Mag just needs a little bit more experience till he has that level 6, but where does he really go with that one? I feel like oftentimes Templar Assassin is just a bad hero for you to try and go on. As a Clockwork, speaking of that, no one desperately needs some help. He's going to try and get the counter kill on a Puppy, but I think he knows he's dead unless the Shallow Grave comes in and saves him. Oh my god, they're actually going to be able to get the kill on Weehaw. What a turnaround. The Rocket, Shallow Grave, Vega Squadron just on point with their reactions. And now they may even go for more. Mag, unfortunately, still not level 6. They found Pylai Die in the Dragon says no to that one.
That's gotta be so painful. That's his first rotation of the game, too.
Yep. There, caught him. Nice disruption. Misery's going to go down in the bottom lane. Great pickup for Pasha and Solo. Picked off there that the ward is right there. Weehaw's farming it up on the high ground, but leading in, and Weehaw actually does not have refraction. He's going to be burned through so quickly, and he might go for the kill on Mag, but there's a Shallow Grave and a disruption. They're actually going to go and see if they can't clean up this stack with all 5 heroes. Arrow comes in, they dodge it, but this is Moonlight Shadow. Team Secret are definitely going to fight this one. Maybe they shouldn't have gone for the stack at all. Mag managed to slip away from the Starstorm. Misery, though, has brought many of these heroes low, and Team Secret is just a sandwich. They're just going to cream Vega Squadron. If they can just get out the damage, Samuel Slayer's going to go down as well. No one gets hit by the arrow, and that's it. 4 down for Vega Squadron. Was it worth it, says Team Secret.
It definitely wasn't, and like Marlini talked about, it was that Murata ultimate that set that all up. Vega had to know, or at least be aware that that was an option, and
oh, Pasha, he really wants to go for it, but he knows there's an snare. Now he's going to be arrow. Jump over. Oh, the arrow! Just barely off the mark as he slips away with that ultimate.
And going for that was perfectly fine. It was just the fact that you don't...
Now Vega Squadron, they don't stop the Weehaw farming up that stacks. They gave a lot to the rest of Team Secret who collided in after Vega Squadron jump in, hook shot right onto Pylai Die. That's going to be a quick pick-off there, but Weehaw's trying to take the damage. Turnaround kill. He's actually trying to... Oh, don't tell me! Pylai Die gets a little lucky on that battery assault. It just lives with 4 HP.
Oh.
Nothing's going right for him. So late if he goes for it now. Solo, he's in super deep, and Weehaw, he sees this one thanks to the ward over on the left-hand side. They're going to catch Solo. Arrow, yeah, that's the kill.
Misery's just been on point this game, even if it wasn't necessary.
100 gold, so that advantage is pretty much a wash now. Tier 1 tower in the top lane. It's going to go down. They get the deny, and can they actually get him? They still have the hook shot. If they force out the leap, they're going to go for the cogs first, and now they have to follow up with a hook shot. Misery, can he jump away in time? Battery assault, Mag? Oh, the Rocket gets it. Misery does go down for his greed and doesn't even take that tier 1 tower. Gets denied by Vega. You build raw damage on a Mirana now. We used to see Maelstrom picked up. Desolator was also a pickup, but that's obviously going to go on the TA. Mag actually starts his initiation. He wants to be able to lock down Puppy, but realizes with Eternal Envy here, he's not going to be able to do it. Now he actually cogs and sucks Eternal Envy inside of that one. The Nagasarn throws out the sleep, but Mag, well, he actually gets a Shallow Grave. Maybe he can TP out in time. Frostbite isn't really there. Mag gets out. The arrow slides right past everyone on Vega Squadron. No one lets loose the ultimate. Eternal Envy's dropped very low. He gets exploded. Right on through comes Pasha. Goes straight for Misery. And they'll be able to run down. Actually, the refraction, Weehaw doesn't have anything out for 8 seconds. He's going to be run down by Vega Squadron. 3 go down on Secret. And Vega Squadron, if you don't succeed, try again. And this time around, the team fight goes their way.
Honestly, that was just so much hesitation from Secret. It looked like for a second they thought to...
They have the Desolator, their dire side. Roshan should be their next objective, but we'll see if they actually get the space, because Pylai Die, he's just going to be run down by Pasha. Mirana leaves the lane for half a second, and Pasha just pounces immediately.
and this is just kind of all turning it up for themselves, so that no matter what happens in the fight, one of the heroes can do something. And
once again, the arrow dodges are on point. They had counter wards in place, so they knew Team Secret is surging forward on the Moonlight Shadow. They were definitely on their toes, prepared for some sort of response. Secret is going to be caught here. Poppy pops the ultimate.
You've got the arrow in 1 second. That's what they're setting up for right now.
They lock down Pasha. The arrow goes out. It does hit Pasha this time around. They're going to try
the disruption. He uses it on the other
possible.
hero.
He gets a Shallow Grave, and the refraction onto Weehaw stops all the damage. Now Team Secret are going to be forced back. Mag comes forward, hits the hook shot, but he doesn't want to stay there for long. A trap goes down. No one's going to be slowed down long enough. He knows he can't really get out, so he's just trying to turn and fight. Mag throws out the cogs to push back some of Team Secret, but they're staying alive, and they're trying to go for more. Arrow slides right on past, but a Starlight Shadow actually takes him out. Now Dazzle's going to be the next up, caught in the trees, unable to escape there, and Solo TP away. He'll get out. So only 2 survive for Vega Squadron as they get a little bit perhaps overconfident and try and push things into the tier 2 tower, and that's exactly the opening that Team Secret needed. Yes, Vega Squadron, when they won the fight, they took a tier 1 and pressured a tier 2, but when
gaining an objective during this critical time for Team Secret having that Aegis advantage, or they force rotations and hopefully back out safely. Either way, it's going to gain something out of Team Secret. Hook shot in. They're actually going to force this fight. Going straight onto Puppy here. He does have the Glimmer Cave help keeping him alive. He's not able to get off the mirror image until the last second, but he still gets burned away. Weehaw has already burned through his refraction. Misery just getting through. Here comes Eternal Envy for the side. Misery's already down. Now they turn onto Eternal Envy. It could have been a sandwich, but the right side of Team Secret just fails, and now Eternal Envy's left with no isolated. He's going to be locked inside the cogs and ripped apart by the physical damage of Vega Squadron. That double damage comes in big for no one.
I mean, I think and you actually get the sleep off, then you're in a terrible situation as Vega, because you've got an Aegis TA coming in, you could get hit by the arrow in the cogs. There are a lot of different things that could go wrong there.
Pasha jumped on here. Already down to half HP from that physical damage, but Vega Squadron. Oh, Jesus. All right, there goes that Aegis. It's still dead. He's going to ult on top of it. Ult on top of it. Has to reset the timing, but here comes the sleep. And this be real nasty. The problem is they don't have that Razor. Can they really take it without Razor? No one is very low here. Can they get a save out? The Shallow Grave still alive. No one getting away, but Misery leaps right in for that one. Gets the kill, but now Weeha's blocked inside of the cogs. They're going for Misery on the left-hand side. They're going to be able to get Weeha as well as Misery. Puppy, he pushes forward. Looks like they're going to be able to get Mag. Shallow Grave, TP out. Mag, can he actually get out of this one? Where's the stop? There's nothing there. He gets away. Don't tell me Dazzle's getting out as well. He doesn't. He does go down. Vegas keep the Clockwork and the Ember Spirit alive, but they walk away pretty big. Tier 1, Tier 2, 2 different team fights kind of going their way, especially, I think the biggest kill there, Weeha's. This could be how they plan on winning this fight. Arrow goes out, hits the illusion of Mag. Jump in, they're going to grab Eternal Envy here. Can they actually take him with the Blade Mill? They're going to burst it down. Obviously, they do have the Glimmer Cape, but yeah, Eternal Envy's already dropped down to half HP even after the mech. A couple more right clicks, they will be able to finish him off, but they can't quite catch him. Never mind. A Sleight of Fist comes out from Pasha. Finish him out. Pylon Die just gets blown up as well. Look at Misery. They're going to be able to go down. No! Sleep comes in. They're right in front of that Tier 3 tower.
It's on cooldown.
They can't do anything. They just have to use this as a retreat, and Vega Squadron will take the Tier 2 tower as a bounty and might even keep pushing forward. 40 seconds on the clock for Eternal Envy, and he does not have buyback either.
They don't have the Shadow Fiend ultimate or the mech available, and no one doesn't actually have too much mana or HP, but you just want to try to get aggressive, take down this tower. If Eternal Envy had buyback, he would have used it by now. And it's only a tower at the same time, so Team Secret's got to feel okay, but they're most likely losing at least 1 Rax for this one.
Tier 3 tower, arrow comes out. Managed to catch Mag there, but it doesn't really do much. He can't lose him! Oh, Jesus! He just goes down so quickly. Now it's going to be the melee racks forfeit at this point in time. Vega Squadron, they're just all in on that one. Vega Squadron now trying to get out after the melee racks. Sam the Slayer pops the Shallow Grave, getting away. TP's out. Solo, he's going to be caught. Mag looks like he may go down as well. Slowed down by the Diffusal active. That's 2, but they needed so much more for the loss of their melee racks.
They had to grab one of the cores because you committed the Templar.
Might be able to intercept this, but the damage from Weehaw is just so potent against Roche.
They should know about the smoke right now, and Solo is just going to spam out the poison in here and gonna run into Pylai Dai, who's already used that Force Staff, and Solo might actually just get a free kill
jump
here.
Inside the Roshan pit. Puppy actually pops the ultimate. They're desperately trying to finish him off. Roshan comes in. Oh, Roshan jumping so low. They will pick up the edges just in time, but the team fight just collides on in, and Weehaw, congrats, buddy, you got the Aegis, but are you even going to be able to live through this one? Cogs ultimate bounce around like a pinball. Bye-bye, Weehaw.
You do get out with that Razor and that Crystal Maiden, but that's such a huge commitment. The Templar Assassin is dead. I actually think that Vega just go for this bottom tier 2 push.
Holding on to that big of a net worth lead. It's only 5,000, but it just feels like they're controlling this game so well in the last few fights. Have gone so big in their favor. Eternal Levy rushes forward, does get the force staff save from Highlight Die, and Mag actually missing out on the hook shot, still hoping to be able to get the cogs, push them out instead. Unfortunately though, well, maybe Pasha can move forward. Eternal Levy is dropped. He's down for a full minute with nothing. Pasha though, hit by the arrow, the team immediately surrounds Pasha, makes sure he does escape, and now they focus back on that tier 3 tower without the Templar Assassin. And without Eternal Levy's Razor, how could they possibly fight this one?
You're actually just going to lose a Rax. There's not much you can do about it. Secret are just trying to play, waste as much time as possible, but I don't even know if they can do this without getting out.
Chasing down Misery, he's gotta leap, he's trying to have to leap forward. Oh no, right to the waiting hands of Pasha. Slide and fist and a right click. Now back to the melee racks, immediate buyback from Armorana, but it's the second melee racks that goes down, and Vega Squadron even feel comfortable enough to stick around for the range as well. They've got a butterfly now for the SF, and Vega Squadron just on the cusp of being able to take out Team Secret and win this trophy at ESL 1 New York. Blood is in the water. All they have to do is just 5-man down win.
Do you really want to fight into a weave right now if you're Secret? But I mean, taking a fight by your base is probably a losing proposition.
Over the side, 2 man's inside the cogs. Meanwhile, oh, what a big jump in from the Ember Spirit. He's just going to be able to pop one immediately by Templar Assassin. Now Misery's going to be caught as well. Mag trying to chase him down, gets a leap over the jungle. Naga starts sleep, but immediately he goes down before it even completes. Pylite Die will TP out in time. But again, they're without their Templar Assassin. It just feels impossible for Team Secret to be able to mount a defense without their heavy damage dealer.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to hold this anymore. This is going to be the last Rax, and Eternal Envy's going to do all he can to hold this, but
all in on the master,
all in right now.
He's going to be caught by the cogs. He's going to go down as well. He doesn't have a buyback. Misery. He just goes in with the mass command. Is trying to output as much damage as possible, but his supports are crumpling, and he too is going to fall if he sticks around, and that's it. Vega Squadron taking it. Game number 3 against Team Secret.
What an unbelievable performance by them. Everything goes wrong in the laning phase. Even the mid-game fights by the Ancients don't go their way, but they hold strong. They stick to their guns. They trust their supports to be able to save their cores. Well played by Vega all around.
Perseverance through and through is what Vega Squadron is. They stuck together going into TI. They stuck together after TI.